Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Also look forward to hearing from the witnesses who have joined us today regarding your studies and background about this very, very important issue. Hearings like this allow us to stay engaged in the fight against terrorism, engage the dangers terrorist organizations pose in regions throughout the world. Terrorist organizations such as ISIS, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, Hamas, to name a few, have all become very sophisticated in financing their terror activities. These financing tools span from criminal enterprises such as ransoms, drug operations, and human trafficking, to creating charities under false pretenses to, and what may be the most surprising of all, the looting and selling of antiquities to gain funds. Terror financing is of special interest to the committee because, according to reports in 2014 alone, ISIS attained revenue of $2 billion in a war chest of nearly $250 million. This surpasses any other terrorist organization's annual earnings and makes ISIS a financially self-sufficient organization. ISIS's second largest form of revenue is through the illicit and black market trade of stolen antiques. In control of a region that has over 5,000 archaeological sites, ISIS has destroyed or looted and stolen artifacts that are worth millions of dollars. In the Middle East and North African regions, ISIS has caused mass hysteria, wrecking temples in Syria, destroyed the Judeo-Christian tomb of Jonah, and pillaged the Mosul Museum in Iraq. Earlier this year, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization's Director General declared that the deliberate destruction of cultural heritage in Syria and Iraq is, in fact, a war crime. Finally, through the less prominent revenue source for ISIS, kidnapping for ransom has been effectively used by other terror organizations to finance their operations. Al-Qaeda and its affiliates have reportedly received in excess of $125 million through KFR since 2008, much of it paid by foreign governments. Combating these terror financing operations must be among our top priorities, as doing so is a key component to our efforts to counter these groups globally. I look forward to having a productive conversation with the panelists and hopefully learning more about how to halt these terror financing operations. With that, I yield back.